Hi guys, welcome to another vlog. It is Monday. I'm just currently sat downstairs. I kind of had somewhat of a lay-in, kind of not. It's now 11:45 and I've only just come downstairs and started sorting stuff out today. And that I think I ended up going to bed about 2:30, but between then, because I just couldn't sleep. And I was just scrolling on TikTok and stuff, which was not the best. But yeah, so ended up doing that. And then yeah, woke up. But I had already set my alarms anyway and turned all my alarms on. And then I just snoozed them and turned them off. And stuff when they went off in the morning, and just went back to sleep for a bit. But yeah, I did make a jump start on the washing yesterday, with just doing the darks from my holiday stuff. I washed it, I just forgot about drying it because I forgot I had already done it but then by the time I went up to bed, I was like, I'm already upstairs. And yeah, I was not coming back downstairs to dry the washing. So yeah, so I've got 3 loads on. I've got 2 loads of darks, but there's only a small pile of the second load of darks. So what I'm thinking is I'm quickly washing them now, and then thinking I might as well throw them in with the other load of darks to try and dry them all together. And then, because it's basically somewhat 2 half-ish piles of dark washing, which would make 1 load of dark washing. And then I've also got 1 load of lights. I've decided my coat jacket-y thing that I have, I do want to give it a once over just in the washing machine, and then possibly hang it out to dry, and stuff. But I might do that tomorrow. And then also all the baby's clothes I will wash in one go, possibly tomorrow or so, because I just want to focus on getting my clothes washed at the moment and go from there. I also want to wash my bedding, but I'll do that tomorrow or Wednesday. But yeah, but today my main goal is to read as much of this book as I can. And that I don't even know where I'm up to. Let me update my Fable app and I can tell you the percentage I am the way through. And that I'm on page 56, so I've literally just got 2 pages left. Of the current chapter that I'm on, and then I'm done with this chapter. And I'll be starting chapter number 6. But yeah, I'm currently 15% through this book. And I'm doing a reading wrap up on Wednesday. So I'm hoping I might end up filming the reading wrap up Wednesday as well. Just so it gives me 2 days to try and finish this book, since I'm currently in the middle of reading this book and what's it called? Is it A False Start? Whatever the last book of the Gold Rush Ranch series is. I'm currently in between reading them, in the middle of reading them, but I'm further along in this book, so I'm thinking if I can try and read and finish this book tomorrow, then when I need to do my filming Wednesday, I can just film all the books that I finished and stuff for that reading wrap up and go from there. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and do that, and then yeah, do that and go from there. But my mum also gave me 2 jigsaws to bring home to do. She gave me a Winnie the Pooh one, and then there's also like a Tigger one. Sorry, I heard someone outside and we had like a little bit of like post stuff. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, my mum gave me 2 jigsaws, which I will end up giving back to her once I finish them, and stuff, and next see her. So I'm thinking I might start one of them either Wednesday or Thursday after my meeting, since I think I have a meeting on Thursday. So I might try and do that and go from there, I think. But yeah, so yeah, try to do that. But I'm going to, I brought home 2 pot noodles yesterday, so what I might do is have one of them for lunch with a packet of crisps and some like biscuits, and watch some stuff off Disney that I have to watch. Since yesterday I only managed to watch the Chinese sprint race. I didn't end up watching the Grand Prix in the end, because I watched the sprint race and then I just listened to a bunch of music and watched some YouTube videos and stuff, just random ones. So yeah, but I want to watch the stuff off Disney first, because I know, especially with my 911 episodes, I switch between the 2, so I kind of want to get that one out of the way. And I think it's only mainly 3 things that I watch once a week on Disney, I think, which is the 2 911s, 911 and 911 Nashville, and then High Potential. I think they're the only 2 that get released weekly, I think. So I want to watch them, try and get them 3 things watched today, and then possibly, if I can, either watch the Chinese Grand Prix, or I've got the 2nd episode of the new series or season of Sort Your Life Out with the Stacey Solomon like organising video, and I think I also have the UK SNL, like the first episode of that on the planner to watch as well. So yeah, so I think I've only got 3 things on the planner to watch, and then possibly 3 things on Disney to religiously watch at the moment, and then go from there. But I know I still have a few School Spirit episodes to watch, I think, or at least 1 to watch. So yeah, but I might end up watching that like tomorrow or something, and go from there. But yeah, do that. I watched the BTS, what is it, their like concert-y thing that they done on Netflix, like their comeback thing, concert that they done, which I think it came out Saturday. Yeah, it came out Saturday in like the morning, I think, for the UK on Netflix, but I was at my nan and granddad's, and none of them have Netflix, so I had to wait until like I come back. So I watched it last night with my dad and stuff. So yeah, I watched that last night, so I caught up with that. But yeah, so I've got a bunch of stuff to watch. Well, to be honest, I've got a bunch of stuff on like every streaming service to watch. It's just catching up and trying to get everything off my watch list, off all of them. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and do some reading. What I might do is set like a 6-hour timer or so on my phone. Like when I do, like my screen time determines the how long I read for. I might try and do that, but just do 6 hours. And stuff. Oh, I done 7 hours on my phone last week on Monday. But yeah, I might just do 6 hours and then see how much I can read within the 6 hours and stuff. So I might try and do that and go from there, to be honest. That's minutes. Which will take me to like around like 5 o'clock or around 6 o'clock, to be honest, if I don't like pause it or anything. But I'll probably pause it to like eat and stuff, but that'll be about it. But yeah, I'm gonna put the TV on, pick up, well, I've got a couple minutes to lunch, so I might make my pot noodle, put the TV on, what I want to watch, and go from there. Hi guys, it is Tuesday. It's currently the afternoon, like mid-afternoon-ish. It's just gone 3 o'clock. And that I'm currently partway through, or should I say like halfway through, doing my second like load of laundry. Well, technically my third, because my first load of laundry was like Sunday. But I've got to fold up all the washing that I done Sunday and yesterday. So I need to do that. But I've washed my new like coat jacket thing that I had. So that is just, and I also like spun it and drained it in the washing machine. But that's just currently hanging over one of the spare chairs on the dining room table. Because I'm like, it needs to be hung up to dry instead of going in the tumble dryer or whatever. So I was like, it can just hang on one of the chairs that we're not using. So I've done that. The baby's clothes are in to be washed, or are currently washing at the moment. I still do have to do my bedding. I just forgot to strip it this morning, so I might try and do my bedding tomorrow if I remember to strip it once I get out of bed. But yeah, but I've watched everything that I needed to watch off the planner. I only had one thing on the planner to watch, which was the Stacey Solomon Sort Your Life Out. One episode of that, since I watched like the Chinese Grand Prix and the Saturday Night Live like UK one yesterday. So I've just been watching some more YouTube videos and that now, but I've got like 84 videos on my watch later list, and I'm not really feeling up to watching like my subscription videos at the moment, even though I can just have them like playing on in the background as I do some reading. I feel like watching all like the odd random ones, like the Sims Let's Plays that I have, and like the random clips of stuff that I have on my watch later list that I want to watch. Like I think I've got like a send to all kind of thing, which is what a Michael McIntyre thing, where he still takes like a celebrity's phone and then like sends a message to everyone in their contacts. I think I've got like one of them on there, so I'm gonna try and watch the videos like that, and get down some of the videos that way, and then go from there. But I am like a few weeks behind on my subscription videos, so I do need to start watching some of them. But I just want to try and get it down as much as I can, but I'm not really feeling like watching the subscription videos at the moment. But yeah, I don't want to give myself a goal at the moment because I have no clue if I'll be able to reach it. But I'm feeling like if I can at least possibly get 10 or so videos. Normally I'm like, I want to get like 15, 20 videos down. but because it is like 3 o'clock, I feel like if I can at least try and get 10, like 5:10-ish, if I can get into like the 70 range, into the 70s, then that'll be great. Especially since some of these videos that I'm going to be watching are somewhat long, like especially the Sims Let's Play videos are long. So yeah, so gonna try and do that. Also do some more reading, since I've got a bunch of reading to do. I ended up getting close to halfway yesterday through this book, with like 4 hours or so remaining to read. And then I was like, oh, I can stop my timer because I'll be able to hit the halfway point and somewhat pass it before the 6-hour timer would finish. So I done that and then didn't hit halfway through my book, which I wanted to do. So I have a feeling this one might not be in my reading wrap up, and that on Wednesday or tomorrow, unless I can read a bunch of it today and only have like a little bit left to read tomorrow before I do the filming. But I kind of want to do the filming as getting up, strip my bed and everything. I might try and film in my sister's, like the spare room, and just move like my desk chair in there or something and film that way. Or I could just sit on the floor and film, to be honest. But I'm gonna start trying to film in there, even though the room hasn't been like finished. But yeah, so I might try and film in there tomorrow. But you guys would have seen already if I had done that or not. But yeah, so I kind of just want to get up tomorrow, possibly strip my bed, put that on for wash, get ready for the day, film, do that, and then go from there and do all that. And then I also want to start a jigsaw tomorrow. I also want to start doing some like online training courses on stuff, and that. So I want to start trying to like do that and go from there. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow as well. Start doing one. So I might bring my laptop downstairs, get one of like my books that I have, like spare notebooks that I have, and start drawing stuff into that and doing that. So yeah, fun. But at the moment I'm just gonna sit and chill and watch some, well, read and listen to some YouTube, and then somewhat tackle the massive pile of washing that is behind my iPad at the moment, so you guys can't see it. But it is like 2 baskets full of washing, so yeah, that I need to fold up and take upstairs. So fun. Yay. I'm also going to need to put it all away as well. Hi guys, it is currently Wednesday. It might be a bit echoey in here actually, because like the only pieces of furniture and stuff are my sister's wardrobes. So maybe it's not the best to filming here right now, but oh well. But obviously I'm in the spare bedroom. I'm gonna film my reading wrap up because one, that needs to go live today, and go up, and stuff. But I just wanted to read as much as I could before filming this, so before filming the reading wrap up. But yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna do that. But I'm just putting on a little bit of makeup beforehand so I don't look dead. And that, since I've been trying to catch up on my sleep this week, and and that, but I don't know what it is about being home. I end up like staying up really late and then having to wake up early, and I've just been really tired the past few days. So yeah, that's fun. But yeah, but anywho, I'm just putting on a bit of makeup and then I'm going to film, and then I've got like a few things that I need to do and get done. I currently have my bedding in the washing machine getting washed, so that is getting done. I feel like this week is going to be a week of washing, like doing a whole bunch of washing, because obviously I done washing Sunday when I came back and stuff, so I started off washing then, doing washing then, and then I got the normal load of washing that I normally do on a Monday are done, and then I had to carry on yesterday with a few other random things, and now I'm going to be doing some more washing today with my bedding and that, and then I'm going to do some washing tomorrow with like the normal load of washing that I normally do on a Thursday. So yeah, just hope that it doesn't go carry on till Friday, otherwise it's going to be long. But yeah, so that's fun. But yeah, so today I've sorted some stuff out to do, and basically go from there. But yeah, so I started sorting out my washing. I need to sort out my handbag, since that's the only bag that I literally have not sorted out since coming back home, is my handbag. So I kind of want to sort that out and swap it over to a smaller one, because I have a meeting tomorrow, like late morning at like 11, so, and for their meetings I normally have a smaller handbag, since all I need is like my purse, hand cream, and that's basically, and a packet of tissues. That's all I take, on my phone. So I'm like, I don't really need my big handbag, so I kind of want to swap that over and sort that out, since I've just left it on my like desk chair at the moment, hence why I'm not sat on my desk chair in here filming. But yeah, so I kind of want to sort that out, so I might try and sort that out before going downstairs. Obviously once I finish like filming and doing all that, and yeah, go from there. I've got a basket full of washing to sort out, which I kind of need to do, but I might leave that to like the weekend, like do as much as I can for the next like few days, and stuff, and then at the weekend just put all like my washing away. It might be easier, unless I feel up to it in the next couple of days, but yeah, do it that way or something, I'm thinking. But yeah, so try to do that, and then I also want to start a training course today, so I packed my laptop to go downstairs and do that, but I also want to sort out a jigsaw. So what I might do is sort out one of the jigsaws. I might do the Winnie the Pooh one first. I need to sneeze. Let's see. But yeah, so I might do the Winnie the Pooh one first and do all like the edges and try and do that today, and then start doing like my training course and stuff, starting that and going from there. But yeah, try to get that done and sorted. So yeah, and then also like tomorrow or Friday, I want to see what videos I can pre-film of next month, because I know there's like a makeup video next month. I think there's a haul, which which I've already bought the stuff. I just need to wait for it to come, and then I can film that one. And then I can't really remember what the other ones are, but see how many of them I can pre-film and get that done and go from there, to be honest. Because I'm thinking, if I can get some videos pre-filmed, it'll be great. And plus, if I can like film them like during the week, then that's even better, because during the week, well, between like Tuesday and Thursday, I know my dad's not going to be in the house because he goes off into work. But on a Monday he'll work from home, and then Friday it depends if he works from home or if he goes into the office. But it's just easier to film when he's not home, so I don't have to worry about like telling him that I'm gonna be filming and that for him to be like have to be quiet or whatever. But yeah, so I'm just going to try to see what I can. That wasn't even on my eyelash. See what I can pre-film, and that obviously if I film tomorrow it'll be after I get back from I don't even know if my eyelash was in that one, but yeah, as I was saying, if I film tomorrow it'll be after I get back from my meeting and stuff, so yeah. But I'm just gonna carry on listening or watching some YouTube. I said listening because I was listening to BTS's new like album as I was like starting to get ready today. But yeah, since I haven't actually listened to the whole album, I watched their like comeback concert-y kind of thing on I think I said this already, this vlog, like Sunday night when that is on like Netflix. I watched it then, but I haven't actually listened to their whole album since it came out, so yeah. But yeah, so I was listening to that which is why I've got listening stuck in my head. But I'm gonna carry on watching some more YouTube today. I didn't actually get that many things watched because some of them were long, and then it was I ended up swapping to like try and watch some shorter videos, and then by that point I only watched like I think 2, 3, and then my dad got home, so I kind of ended up swapping the telly over to like a couple like concert kind of videos on YouTube. I think we watched a Dua Lipa like concert video and a Martin Garrix one, and that while I was just reading and my dad was doing whatever he was doing on his iPad. But yeah, so I only watched a little bit on YouTube. I think I ended up only finishing like 4 videos, so I kind of got down to 80 videos on my watch later list. So I've still got a bunch, and that's even without even looking if anyone has uploaded a video since. So yeah, so I've got quite a few to go through and watch, so I'm going to try and continue doing that today. So yeah, since I'm just going to be doing a jigsaw and doing like a training course, an online course, so hopefully I can listen and watch on YouTube in the background while doing all that. I might try and do a little bit of reading today as well. But yeah, since I did finish Just Friends last night, I had to remember like the title then. I was like, I don't know if it's Just Friends or it's just, or the title's Friends or what, or something Friends. But yeah, so I managed to finish that literally last night. So that was great. So I can add that to my reading wrap up. So I've got A False Start to finish, and then that'll be the Gold Rush Ranch series done, which will be great once that series is done. And then I can kind of carry on with the Canon Clement mystery series, and try and get some of them down, and then also try and get some of the what are they called, the classic books I have to read read. I might try and do them. I was going to do them in, what was it, the reading vlog like that I done, what was it, last month, the reading vlog I did. I was going to do them in that video, see how many I can read in that video, and then I didn't because I was reading the Gold Rush Ranch series instead. But the next reading vlog I do, which I don't know if it's next month or is it the month after, I'm not sure. It's either next month or it's in May, I'm not sure. It's either April, May time. I think I've got a reading vlog coming. I might see how many classic books I can read in that video, because I don't know how fast I will read them, especially since they'll be on my phone. If I'm filming, then I'll be reading it on my phone instead of like my iPad, since I've got my Fable app on my phone and iPad. So yeah, and they're on my like Fable app, so they're like free download and that to be able to read them and stuff. But yeah, but I'm almost finished with my makeup, so I'm gonna get ready with filming and go from there. So yeah, since I've only got like a few books to film at the moment and talk through, I'm gonna quickly do this and then obviously pack this up, go downstairs, sort out the jigsaw and go from there. Hi guys, I'm currently now back downstairs. I also haven't addressed what top I'm wearing. I'm wearing one of my like new Lando Norris ones. It's just the one with like the trophy on the front and then him massive on the back, with his helmet on. But it's nearly 1:30 now. I've kind of done a bit of everything that I needed to do. I've also edited and uploaded the video that went live today, or Wednesday for you guys. My reading wrap up of the last 3 months, done that. Also saw that there's like over 1,000 of you guys. I've got over 1,000 subscribers and I was like, whoa. But yeah, so that is awesome. But anyway, as I was saying, and then done. I've lost my train of thought now saying that. But yeah, so my washing, the washing I done yesterday is all dry. I just need to sort it out and take it upstairs. My bedding I've kind of split into 2. It's all been washed, but when I dry my bedding I split it into 2 out of like my technically 7 pillowcases I have, because I've got 4 pillows on my actual bed and then I've got 2 of like spare pillows, which I lay on if I'm like just sitting on my bed, or it's like during the day I just use one of them, or if I bring a pillow downstairs I use one of them spare ones. And then obviously I've got my big like 5-foot pillow as well. So I've split up all my pillows cases and my fitted sheet, and they're like in the tumble dryer now. I think it's only got like a couple minutes left. So so that's getting dry at the moment. And then my duvet cover, that goes separately, because when it's in the tumble dryer, it kind of just, the pillows kind of go inside the duvet cover, so it's easier just to separate them while it's drying, because it doesn't really happen when when it's in the washing machine, it's just when it's in the tumble dryer. So my bedding is slowly getting there for me to put it back onto my bed. But yeah, that's happening. I've started sorting out some of the jigsaw. I've got one whole side thing of my board is covered in jigsaw pieces. I've started sorting out some of the straight edge pieces that I've put out, but I've still got a load of jigsaw pieces to sort out and get more of the side edge pieces or out of the pile, and put that all together. But yeah, so I started somewhat doing that. I've also can't speak today. Also registered for my training course that I'm doing for interior design, just like an online course I wanted to do. So currently doing that, and I'm just reading through all the random information bits of it, and going from there. And then I might try and do a little bit of the course today, and then get back on to doing everything else that I want to do today as well. But yeah, I'm also trying to get as many videos on YouTube watched and down as well at the moment. But yeah, I've got a few things to do and stuff. So this week, or the next 2 days, I might turn out to be get little odd things done. I need to ask my dad where his Stanley knife is, because I've got a cardboard thing that I need to cut Lando Norris out of, because it was a board from when obviously his Monster energy drink came out, and the shop that my mum worked at had a boards thing for it, and they've given me the top part of it, but I just need to cut him out, and I feel like using scissors on it isn't gonna help or work as well. So I need to ask my dad where his Stanley knife is, if he has one, to be able to do it, or better yet, see if my dad will do it for me. But yeah, so I want to try and get that done somewhen, even if I do it at the weekend, but I want to do that. I want to do as much of the jigsaw as I can, try and read as much of A False Start, and try and get halfway through that book today, or this week, and just go from there, and try and get as much done as I can, which is going to be all over the place, especially since I have a meeting tomorrow at 11, and that's, so yeah, gonna be all over the place, but fun. Let's see if I can watch some more YouTube, since I think I'm down onto my 4th video so far today. I'm on, I think, I'm not entirely sure, but I think I'm nearly finished my 4th video on my watch list today, which is great since it's slowly going down. But yeah. Hi guys, happy Thursday. I'm just getting ready this morning, and obviously to go out, because I've got a meeting this morning, or in a couple hours, and stuff. Not that I'm fully awake to probably have this meeting, because I still feel half asleep and stuff, but yeah. Ooh. God. But But yeah, I've got a meeting this morning, and then I'm hoping when I get back from the meeting I can just get home, have something to eat for lunch, since by the time I get back it will definitely be gone lunch or around lunch anyway, because my meeting is at 11, so I'll probably get there at like 11:15, and then depending on their schedule I might end up being seen before 11 or at 11, and then it says it's a half an hour appointment. They don't normally take as long as what they say they do. I'm normally out there before the end time, before my meeting's actually meant to be finished, and that, but I'll be getting on the bus around like 12ish anyway, so yeah. But when I get back I want to just sort stuff out in my room. I think like I didn't even finish like doing the part of the jigsaw that I was doing yesterday, which was like the edges. I like separated all of them I think and got all the edge pieces out, but because it's a jigsaw that has like multiple mini pictures within one big picture, so each jigsaw piece has like 4ish different like patterns and pictures on, so it's kind of hard, but I'm like somewhat through it. I want to say I'm like possibly quarter of the way through, like doing the like edges of the jigsaw, but yeah, so that's fun. But today I just want to, after my meeting, come upstairs. Well, I need to do the washing to be honest today, so do that, but then also possibly start putting away some of my washing that was washed like earlier on this week, since I've got like a big basket full of washing, and then I've got another basket full of like the baby's clothes, so I want to try and sort out some of that so I don't have 2 baskets in my bedroom, and go from there. I also need to do some more of my training course, and go from there, because yesterday all I done was basically read through all like the information stuff, and like study guides and stuff like that kind of thing, and then I somewhat started and got like the first information packet of the training course, like the first like week's worth of training and stuff, so I need to finish going through that and actually start doing that, so I might try to do some more of that today, but yeah, but go from there. I'm wearing another one of my Lando Norris tops, because they're just really nice and comfy. I've got like the Miami Win one on with just like a pair of jeans since I'm going out, and then I've got my jumper, but I don't know whether or not to, I might just take my coat and leave my jumper at home, and take my coat and then go from there, because I feel like if I put my jumper on and then also wear my coat, I'll probably be like warm, because it does look somewhat sunny today. It's just probably a bit of like a breeze, so I feel like just a coat might be the shout, and if I take my green one then I won't be as cold since it's somewhat thick and warm. But yeah, but I'm gonna get like a cereal bar or something to eat for lunch, since I've got like just under half an hour now till I need to leave and catch the bus, but yeah, go from there and chill. But I will also be watching some more YouTube today and trying to get that down a bit, because I feel like every time I get a few videos down I end up adding a bunch more to my watch later list, so it keeps going up as well. Hi guys, it is Friday. It's currently around 3 o'clock. And I thought I'd quickly check in with you guys. Since I haven't really spoken to you guys today, I don't even know if I spoke to you guys yesterday. I can't remember. Yeah, I did. I think I spoke to you guys in the morning. But today I've just been, well, this morning I kind of chilled in bed for a while. Didn't fully catch up on sleep since I'm still, I can't speak today, since I'm still slightly tired today. But I kind of just tried to have like kind of a lay-in, but then also like a chill morning. But it is Friday and my dad is still working today, but he's working from home. But yeah, so he was doing that. So he's just like working upstairs in his study. So I was just chilling in the morning, and then I came downstairs, had lunch. I'm currently watching YouTube off my laptop, because originally I couldn't turn the skybox on. It wouldn't turn on, so when my dad came down for lunch, I told him about it, and he managed just to like reset it with like the wall, and stuff, like turning it on and off and stuff at the wall. So now it works, but I'm like, I might as well just continue watching YouTube from my laptop, since I'm on my laptop doing this interior design course anyway online. I started it, what was it, Wednesday. I registered for it and like read all like the introduction stuff and that, but didn't fully start my course. And then yesterday I didn't really pick up and do it, but I'm doing some of it today. There's like 39 pages on this like one information part, so I'm hoping I can get some of that done today, and go from there. I'm currently on page 3, or at the end of page 3 at the moment. I've got a couple more, like I've got like one small paragraph and half a paragraph left to do, and then I'm done with this page. But I'm going to try and get as much done as I can, like information wise, and get that in, and then at the end of this like 39 pages I've got a exam to do. But yeah, I think what I might do is try and do it like every few days or so. Obviously minus the weekend. I'm not going to do anything at the weekend, but every few days, or even like every day or so, try and get a little bit of this course done. But yeah, but I'm currently doing that, and I've been doing that since lunch, so I'm just going to carry on doing that and also watch some YouTube videos. I'm currently down to 75 YouTube videos. I had about like 80 or so, I think, on there. And then I think I ended up, and that's with like adding like an extra one video that I needed to add to my watch later list. So I'm currently down 5 at the moment, and that, but I'm going to try and watch as much as I can, because I feel like having it on in the background while I'm doing this like coursework stuff, online course, and doing the studying is, one, giving me background noise, because I hate working in like silence. I would put like music or something like that on in the background, but because I've got a bunch of stuff off YouTube I need to watch, that is going on in the background. Just try and get that done. But yeah, so I just thought I'd give you guys a little update on what I'm doing and where I'm at the moment. But yeah, I've got like 2 drinks with me. I've got like a lemon water and like an iced caramel latte, and then I got a cheese string and a chocolate bar, and also like a couple chunks of like a white chocolate and stuff. But yeah, but this morning I also got my Drive Crate box. I got a water bottle, which is currently in the kitchen, which I did ask my dad if he wanted it, because he's somehow lost his bed water bottle. But he never fully answered. He said it depended on what the water bottle was like, and then never answered me if he wanted it or not when he went out in the kitchen for lunch. So yeah, but that one is just like one of them, I don't know how to describe it. It's an Adidas one with, I think it's the Audi team. Yes, Audi, because that's the circles in it, Audi F1 team thing. So I got that. I've got these toffee sweets. So I got them. I got some socks, which will obviously go to my dad. Whether I give them to him just normally or I save them and put it towards part of his like Father's Day present, I don't know. But they're like some lights out one. So it has like the 5 like light things, and then some of them don't have the lights on, and then some of them have the lights on it. But there's them. I got some magnets, which you can use as like a bookmark, a fridge magnet, or like a paper clip kind of thing. And then I got some sticky notes, which obviously I'll show you guys them stuff when I'm back upstairs, since that stuff is all upstairs. But yeah, but at the moment I'm just chilling, trying to get some YouTube videos down. I'm hoping I can get to like 60 something on these YouTube videos, and go from there. So yeah, today, but try and get that done and just chill and see how much of this course I can get done as well today. So fun. Hi guys, it is Saturday. My main goal today is just to tidy up my room a bit. I've already done my washing. I was putting my washing away as I was like getting ready for the day. But I've got my rubbish from my Drive Crate, which I wanna just get rid of. I've got my makeup brushes that need washing, so I want to try and do that, since the next video you guys will see is a makeup video, so I kind of want them washed and dried before getting around to filming that video. So I've got that out that I kind of want to sort out, and then I've also got my F1 journal that I need to fill out and kind of do as much as I can on it. Since obviously I've done all like the team's pages and all of that, I need to fill out like colouring like who won China and stuff. Japan is this weekend, the Japanese Grand Prix, to do that. Bahrain and Azerbaijan then. Bahrain and Saudi Arabia are the two I think have been cancelled. I know Bahrain's definitely been cancelled, but I think Saudi Arabia has been cancelled as well. And that's, so I just need to write like cancelled by like both of them. But yeah, but Australia, the Australian page is nearly done. I just need to do the tracks and the flags for all of these, and then obviously I need to sort out the whole of like the Chinese one and the Japanese Grand Prix. I need to sort that out for that to be done in time. And then I might, for the Bahrain and Saudi Arabia, I might just do like the flag, the track information and that, and then just write like cancelled over like this page or something, instead of doing the whole like of this spread. Just write cancelled on that page instead for that, and then obviously it just won't have like the race results on this page for them. And then see if I can do some of the other like layouts of the other tracks and stuff. And then I also need to fill in all the race points, details and stuff for this one. I ended up having to do it like one line for everyone, which then left me with like a bunch of space down here. But last year I done like 2 of these squares for everyone, and I don't think I had fully enough for all of them. Oh no, I had just enough for each of them to have 2 squares each, and this one up here to have 2 squares, which I just left with 2 squares since it was easier. But then now I have a bunch of space, but I wouldn't have been able to fit the other 2 in if I stuck to the 2 squares, so I just ended up writing which races was like sprint races down here at the bottom. But yeah, that's what I ended up doing. But I've done that one, and then I don't know if I showed you guys, but this is what I've just done for like the constructors and drivers. So the drivers and stuff will go here, constructors there, and then might do the 2 little like podiums at the bottom, I'm not sure. And then my little bingo thing, which I've just coloured that in red because I thought it's like F1, so might as well go with red, and then coloured that one in for McLaren, and then because it's like a free space, so it just shows whatever to colour. And then because this one was Mercedes, I done it Mercedes colour, because I thought whatever one of this gets done, or like if it says team double DNF, I will colour it in that team's colour, and that just so I know like what team it is or whatever, or like if it has the team or the driver, like this one says Hamilton's first podium with Ferrari, then it gets obviously coloured in their colour and stuff. But I haven't filled that out for China yet and stuff, so I need to do that. But yeah, they are the last like 2 pages that I have in here. Oh, apart from this like 2025 like driver signature thing that I have picture in here, which I think it actually cut out some of it, but because I think somewhat of like Oscars, Antonelli's, possibly Doohan's and Bortoletto's might be like cut off and that, but yeah. So I want to try and do some more of this and grow from there. I really do love looking at these team pages because they look so nice. They did take a while to do, to be honest, and the pictures of them could probably be done more with like a bigger picture, but I do just love the simplicity of it. So I feel like maybe I won't get, because I'm in an hour in between, do I get a picture of like the team's logo and put them on the team's pages again, like what I normally do, like this one where like the team's logo is on it, but I'm kind of leaning more towards no, especially since the team's logo and stuff is on like this first one, so it's like what's the point, because they're all here anyway, so I don't really need to. But yeah, then also I need to put my 3 things for my Drive Great away, which is these little magnets which you can use as like bookmarks or so. So there's like a checkered flag one inside the cockpit of what seems to be like a Ferrari since it's red. So there's that, and then also a box one. But yeah, you can use it as a paperclip, tabs, bookmark, and so much more. And that, I think it's just a magnetic thing. But yeah, I might use them for some of my like coursework kind of stuff for my course, because it's interior design based, and the one I'm currently doing is doing it like room by room. So I've currently done and finished like all the like finding out and the details of like designing the living room, and next time I do it I'll be starting the kitchen area. So what I might do is like use these to separate like each section or so. Well, there's only 3 of these, but like do one for like the living room, and then do another section for like all the stuff from the kitchen, and then separate like, I don't know whether it's like the hall and stuff like that is next, or it's bedrooms, but I know there's like a section on like the hallway and the stairs and stuff, and designing that place, and also the bedrooms, like 100 like all the types of bedrooms that you can get and stuff. So there's that. So I might use these to help me like sort out all that like pages and work and stuff, since they're all like small tabs with like the thing both sides, design both sides and stuff. So yeah, and then these are the socks that I was trying to describe yesterday, like where you've got like obviously the 5 lights. I don't know why the top ones like never light up, but, or at least I don't fully pay attention to the lights at the top if they light up or not, but obviously some are lit up, some aren't, but yeah, these will just be going to my dad. And then these are the sticky notes, just like team radio ones for Ferrari, McLaren and Red Bull and that, but on the back they show like you can just write when like the race starts or something. Not that the race starts at like 2 p.m. This weekend, but do something like that with them. But I've got a bunch of post-it notes, so yeah, I don't know if eventually I will, or to be honest I don't really need them in my F1 journal, but they might come in handy for when I have to work out how many points people get during a sprint race weekend, when I have to add up like both of their amount of points. I can use one of these, but yeah, so I've got them, which is really cool and nice. They are a great size as well, but the thing is you would write in like this section, so it probably is about like the same size as a normal post-it note, sticky note, and that, because that part you don't really write in. It's like team radio part, but yeah. Oh, I also never noticed that the sound level kind of thing at the top of it all is different on all of them. Like up here, like the bars are different, as if it, obviously it's different things being said on all 3 different types of notepads, and then it's probably the same on all, obviously, the pads in the set, but yeah. But that was what I got in my drive crate, as well as like the water bottle that's downstairs, the sweets that I have already eaten and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna crack on with finishing getting some of my room done. I'm watching some more YouTube. I think I've got like 70 videos on YouTube or so, but that was with me adding like 3 extra videos. to my watch list, watch later list, because of subscription videos. So what, I got down to 67 or so videos yesterday, which was great. And I literally just had it on, like, split my like screen on my computer in half, well, my laptop on half, and had half of it being on YouTube and then the other half being all the information that I needed to learn and stuff. But it's currently like 20 to 12. I'm gonna tidy up everything on my bed and that, but yeah, I'm gonna tidy up what's on my bed. Sorry, I had to like quickly pause you guys because obviously the door went and I knew my dad would shout for me because the parcel is mine. But yeah, so I'm gonna tidy up everything on my bed and stuff, and then start sorting out what I need to do. So I'm gonna leave my F1 journal on my bed. I'm gonna move my makeup brushes onto my bed and just move the stuff that I want to kind of get done today onto my bed, but also tidy up first the rubbish from my drag crate, and well, this isn't rubbish, but clear up the stuff that I got as well, and go from there, and then have lunch, and then come back upstairs and do some more tidying and sorting of stuff and that. But yeah, so fun. Hi guys, it is Sunday. It's also currently like 10 to 3, so I needed to end this vlog and edit this so this goes up on time. But I literally just tried to have a lay-in today and then ended up staying in bed till like 1:30ish, which is not the best. But yeah, but I still got a lot of stuff to do because everything that I wanted to get done yesterday didn't really do. So I've still got my makeup brushes to wash. I've still got my F1 journal to sort out and stuff. So I might try at least and definitely sort out my makeup brushes. I might try and sort them out in the bag and take out all the ones that need washing, and do that, and at least wash the main ones that I'm going to be needing to use to do my makeup and stuff, like some of like the spare eyeshadow brushes and stuff. If I aren't gonna necessarily use them, I will leave them to be washed another day. But yeah, try and do that. But yeah, I also want to do some reading today, and then also see if I can watch some YouTube to get some YouTube videos down as well, and try and go from there, since obviously I've got a lot on my watch later list. And then obviously, because next week, or at least tomorrow, I've got a phone meeting, or a meeting over the phone in the morning, and then I want to continue on with like my training course, online course, and that's, so I'm not really going to be doing much else. But yeah, so gonna try and do that. And then also next week I want to try and get in at least twice. I've given myself the task and stuff to try and at least go out at least like twice a week or so, and just go for a walk, either like around the block or like walk to like the shops or so, and do that at least twice a week, and just go from there to get out of the house a bit more. But yeah, but today I'm going to obviously hopefully sort out my makeup brushes, I want to do some more reading since I am literally like not that far into this book. I want to say it's 15-16% into this book I am. I mean, I am 15-16% into that book. I think I just said that like Yoda then. But yeah, so I want to try and get further into this book, especially since I have a well, I doubt I'm gonna finish it this month anyway, but I have a updating my book journal coming next month in April. But I'll probably end up leaving like April's spread until like the next time I update my book journal and that, but I want to see how much I can get read and stuff by then, and then if it is by a miracle I finish this before the end of the month, then that is great and it can be added onto obviously March's lot of reading, but it will also be put into the June's 3-month reading wrap up and stuff. But yeah, so I will see you guys Wednesday for, I think it's a makeup video, since I think it's makeup video and then updating my book journal. There's also a haul coming next month, but I don't know where it is on the list. But yeah, but I'll see you guys Wednesday for a makeup video and then see you guys next Sunday for another vlog. Bye!